obviously had the lead all night. We got to do a better job of closing it out. It's definitely a little sloppy and some things we can clean up, but we'll look at it and be better for Saturday.
It's got to be a little bit disappointing for you with those two big goals, give your team the lead against your former team, and then let it slide like that.
Yeah, it's always disappointing when you don't get the result, no matter who you're playing. So these points are important down the stretch. We got to find a way to close those out and secure the two, and not give away any for other teams.
No, assuming you paid attention to your old team throughout the year, just what do you make of what Matthew Schaefer's doing in the tournament?
Yeah, obviously impressive for an 18-year-old to step in as a defenseman and have the success he's having. Obviously, he's their guy back there. He's in every situation. So, yeah, he's obviously been a spark for them.
I know this morning you've been seeing that this game
Is that a worrying trend, especially as you're going down the stretch here and trying to get it to kind of playoff condition?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you want to close those games out. They got a pretty lucky bounce on that. It was missing the net by like a foot, and it just hits their guy and goes in. So, yeah, it's frustrating for sure. I mean, you want to close those games out.
Obviously, as a captain, and your teammates never want to take penalties, especially when you're up, 2-0 consecutively like that. What do you tell your guys when you get back to the dressing room after 2 penalties like that?
Yeah, not much. I mean, we all know that you don't want to go take penalties at any point. No one's trying to do that on purpose, and yeah, we kind of just talked about resetting. They got 2 quick ones, and we were still in a good spot, and the power play was able to get one for the lead. Just couldn't hang on there.
Alors, on va continuer tout de suite avec.
We showed us that tonight, so I thought he was very good tonight. Obviously, I think we want some of those back, but obviously a young player in the league that's making some noise.
Was the work to hit him because you guys were in the space for a better part of this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how you respect the other team, you respect their best players, and that's kind of how you got to treat a guy of that stature. So you got to know when he's on the ice, and he's had a very good start to his career.
What can you tell us about your soccer skills?
They're not good enough.
Not good enough to fool that.
What were you saying to the refs there?
Yeah.
It seemed like we were talking to him at the bench. So it looked like you kicked it, and then maybe it went off for one of their guys.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen that happen or whatever, but I didn't know the rule because I didn't kick it in the net. It was kicking it to the slot and goes off the goalie. But I guess I bet they had to look at the rule book too. But yeah, they said no matter what that wasn't going to count. So I guess just not do that anymore.
c'est plate. Quand on a scoré 3-2, je trouve qu'on aurait pu gérer la rondelle offensivement meilleure pour passer plus de temps dans leur zone. Je trouve que c'est juste eux autres qui ont attaqué, genre, il a fallu se défendre trop. Puis on n'a pas fermé ça à la fin.
Tu as parlé pour les derniers jours d'avoir mis l'accent beaucoup sur l'aspect défensif du jeu à l'entraînement. C'est quoi ton appréciation du jeu défensif ce soir?
Ben, c'est correct. On va regarder ça. Tu sais. Je vais checker.
Just with as much emphasis as you did put on working on things defensively, does that get into the player's mind as they're trying to lock down a lead late in the game, that they want to check those boxes and maybe they're sacrificing something on the other side, or?
I don't know. If we close the game, I think everything is a non-issue, right? But this last 10 minutes, I feel like we let them play with the puck too much. So we have to be able to still generate some offensive time. And, you got to be calculated with what you do with it to the neutral zone. Be selective in your choice of play in the O zone. That allows you to just extend and make them defend a little bit. They didn't really have to defend the last 10. So, they kept coming. And I feel like we were defending pretty good, but at the end, they pulled a goalie and then they got an extra guy, and it's something we've talked about, and we didn't get the job done.
À propos de ça, Sam nous disait qu'il y a 2 jours, vous avez comme travaillé sur le 5 contre 6. Qu'est-ce que tu vois dans cet aspect du jeu-là que tu penses que...
Il faut que les 5 fassent leur job. Les 5 gars. Tu sais, puis c'est pas ça qui est arrivé.
You're saying this morning and yesterday, it's hard to fix 3 or 4 things at once during the season when you had it. So, in terms of what you're talking about, like just a mature approach to closing down a game, spending time in the offensive zone, like concept things. How is that different process-wise in teaching that as opposed to like a system
Yeah,
thing?
totally. It's a mindset, it's decision-making, it's choice of play with the puck, which it's not necessarily structure, it's individual intentions at the time, and I feel we had the time to simplify to the neutral zone, get on the forecheck, which I thought we did a pretty good job, and we just didn't see a lot of that.
A lot of you guys were thinking that 6-on-5 goal was a bad bounce, it was going wide and it goes on. Like, I guess you don't see it the same way, but
I don't.
no.
Barbara had about 12 minutes of ice time tonight. You had him on the ice in the third period, a close game. When he's playing that way where you can trust him in those situations, how much does it help the team? And what did you see from him tonight that you liked?
Yeah. No, I thought he did some good thing. It helps, definitely helps with, managing ice time from other guys.